This is Jonathan Mickles with the Strategic Multifamily Investing Podcast, and I have with me Savannah Arroyo. Hello, Savannah.
Hi, excited to be here.
Yeah, you're a second timer here for the podcast, right?
Yes, yes.
So many moons ago, you were just getting started in real estate. Now you're a seasoned professional. You've got your mic together and everything. You're so much more confident now than way back then. You've done it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a few years, I think, since I was last on here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's talk about where you've been. Back then, you were just getting started in multifamily. And well, let's talk a little bit more as a recap. Why did you decide to get into real estate from the get-go?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm a registered nurse. I really knew at a young age that I wanted to go into the nursing profession, just have a huge passion for it. So really out of high school, started working towards that. And even as I became a nurse, I loved process improvement and operations. And so I was always offering up to kind of move up into leadership positions. So early on, I went back to school. I got my master's in nursing leadership and admin, and I really had my eyes set on becoming a CNO, a chief nursing officer of a healthcare system. And after 2020, after having my second daughter, my priorities started to shift. My husband and I were both working very demanding jobs. It was pretty stressful, and we just wanted
How
a
many
lot more
hours a
freedom.
day were you working?
Yeah, I mean, we were both working probably just, I mean, 9 to 5 every day, but just the freedom and like anytime our daughters called out sick, it was just who would have to leave work to go and care for them. It just was a lot more stressful than we really wanted it to be. And so we started looking into investing and stumbled upon real estate and just kept watching podcasts, YouTube videos, and it really felt like our ticket out of the rat race. So we really went all in on real estate.
So then what was the thing that was it a book? Was it a podcast that you all were looking at? Because some people start off residential, but you went straight into multifamily, right?
Yeah, I got a couple of long-term like build to rent projects across the country in Georgia, but did those really quickly and really wanted more and was looking to scale a portfolio. And that's when I moved into real estate syndications. But yeah, I mean, when we were first looking, just bigger pockets, the OG real estate forum, we were watching YouTube videos, Brandon Turner, looking and the calculations and showing how cash flows made in real estate investing was the light bulb moment for me of, okay, this is investment that you can really have a lot more control of and really push it to achieve some of your investment goals.
So did you feel that you didn't have control of the build to rent projects that you had, or what?
No, just more my retirement account. So, I mean,
Mm.
really the only thing that I was investing in at that time was my 401k. And I was investing a good chunk of money towards it. I was putting 15 to 20% of my paycheck towards my retirement account and was working really diligently to save, had bought my primary residence in Los Angeles, California. And, from an outside perspective, from an and a financial advisor, I was doing all the right things. Like I would be set when it came to retirement, but that wasn't soon enough for me. I wanted to achieve a lot of those freedoms a lot sooner. And when I was looking into real estate investing and was learning how it is used to create a lifestyle with more financial freedom, I became yeah, sold.
You were all in. So then with that retirement account, did you maybe move a portion of that into self-directed funds and you kind of use that? Or did you know, how did you get the money to start investing in these syndications? Yeah.
Yeah. So, really early on, taking out a second mortgage on my primary residence to start investing. I didn't even know what equity was when I first started. And it was talking to a really good mortgage broker telling me that it's, money we can tap into through a second mortgage and use it to buy investment properties across the country. And I mean, this stuff was very foreign. It wasn't things that I was sharing really with my parents or close family. We were really trusting what we were hearing in the real estate community. And we wanted to shield ourselves from some of the fear that might be, talked about when you share these ideas with other people. And so we took out a second mortgage on our primary residence. And then under the CARES Act in 2020, when everything broke loose with COVID, you could tap into your retirement account penalty free. So we tapped into our retirement accounts with a loan. And then but using a self-directed IRA, that's something that I help a lot of healthcare professionals use, because healthcare professionals work many different jobs and most people don't know it. But when you leave an old employer, you have an old 401k, with a click of a button, you can convert it into a rollover IRA and then convert that into a self-directed IRA. And then you can use those funds to invest in things like jewels or gold or real estate. And so it's a great way that you can take a more proactive approach over your investments.
Excellent. So then, is there a particular company that you use, or how do you all structure that in setting those things up?
Yeah, there's a couple out there. Horizon Trust is a big one that we use. I found a lot of healthcare professionals really like them. Their communication is on point. They have a lot of information on their website that just is very transparent with fees and how the process works, and a step-by-step guide. And I mean, a lot of people come into this and they're almost skeptical, right? They're like, what, almost sounds too good to be true type thing. But I mean, the real reason a lot of us don't hear about this stuff is the majority of people don't want to take a proactive approach over their investments. They like to leave them in the 401ks and the stock market and let it just kind of ride out. But if you are wanting to take a more proactive approach, these self-directed IRAs are a great, great tool.
So then let's dive into this a little bit deeper. So say a nurse, or some other professional that has a 401k, and again everything has just been there, but I want to do like you. I want to take the faster route. How long? Well, before we get there, how long did it take for you to get out of the rat race? Because I think you've left the medical profession right now, right?
Both my husband and I have left our full-time jobs, which has been
Wow.
amazing. Yes, I left after a couple of years right now. And then right now I work part-time at the hospital still, and my husband left his full job completely and is doing real estate full time. So yeah, within a few years, we were both able to leave our full-time jobs.
So then let's say we have a house that has some equity and we tap into it and we want to do like you did and kind of isolate ourselves from the rest of the people, who aren't necessarily getting the education that we get. What do we do then? We have all this money and we're ready to
Yeah.
go. I mean, should I go and do a build to rent sort of thing? Do I get into syndication? What types of things should people kind of do as a education point from there?
Yeah, lots of different opportunities. I always tell people first and foremost to decide if you want to take an active approach or a more passive approach in real estate investing. So, lots of different ways you could take an active approach. You could flip houses, short-term rental, go out and buy your own long-term rental. With that, it's a lot more hands-on. You're dealing with the financing, you're finding the deal, finding the property, you're competing for offers, doing the due diligence, you're putting tenants in place, the business strategy. So, that's a very active role in real estate investing. There are passive roles in real estate investing through these syndications. So what a real estate syndication is people pooling together their resources to go out and buy a building that they normally couldn't buy on their own. So we flip apartment complexes. So we go out and find mismanaged apartment complexes. Maybe they've been owned in the same family for generations, or whatever the case is, they're letting a lot of repairs and maintenance go out of whack. They're not raising rents. They're really not optimizing the deal. And so this is where the opportunity rises. So we see the opportunity in there. We love value add deals. And these owners, instead of taking care of all that stuff themselves, they would rather just sell it and get it off their hands. So we go out and purchase these deals. We invest heavily in these deals ourselves. And then we raise capitals for the down payment and the repairs and renovations. And then we go out and flip the deals and cash out our investors along the way. So that's kind of a high level view of how syndication works. And as a passive investor in these deals, you have a very passive approach. You are sending over capital and then you get quarterly reports and distributions. So yeah, it's a really great opportunity for like healthcare professionals, which is why I share this, who are making really good money, and they see the value in real estate investing. They know it's a great asset class and a great investment, but they don't have the time and energy to dedicate towards an active role. These syndications are a perfect fit.
So then here is a question that I have for you. You said you mentioned going out and actively raising capital, right? For down payment, for risk capital, i.e., appraisals and things of that sort, right? To
Yeah.
be able to pull the deal together. You didn't have really very much experience in that. I mean, what what was the impetus to kind of say, yeah, I'm going to go and active, where some people may say, I'm going to start passive first and then move to active? What got you going that direction?
Yeah, I think a lot of, and that's why I share my nursing background in the beginning. I just love the process improvement, the operations. Like I love that aspect of it. It's really fun for my husband and I building this company together. And once we started learning what it would take to own a company like this and put these projects together, we were like, we can do this. Like let's go. And so yeah, we not knowing a lot, we were educating ourselves, like I mentioned, podcasts, YouTube, books, and then we invested heavily in a coaching mentorship program early on. So we spent $30,000. We threw it on a credit card. I mean, that was more than my master's degree in nursing, but we saw such huge value in this, and just having the coaching program, having people who've been doing this for decades, just overlooking, over our shoulder at our underwriting, making sure all the legalities are in place, because yeah, these are big deals. I mean, we're raising millions of dollars to go out and buy big apartment complexes. So we just wanted to make sure we were doing everything right.
There you go. You got a great mentor. So now you've started your education journey, or your education platform, if you will. I think you today, as we're recording this on January the 30th of 2024, you have a new book.
Yes, I do. I have it right here. So, passive profits, how healthcare professionals can passively invest in real estate and retire early. And it just really stemmed from, I mean, as I created Net Worth Nurse, my kind of personal brand, to share this information with healthcare professionals, because as I started learning about it, I'm like, why does no one know about this? I mean, we're investing in real estate syndications where we're earning 15, 20, 25% average annualized return. The stock market historically does 6, 7%. So not only are these investments outperforming the stock market, I mean, it's just a great way to be able to diversify and grow your money at a way better rate. So yeah, I became super passionate about sharing these investment opportunities with other healthcare professionals. And I've had so many calls with a lot of first time investors, people who are very new to this. And I love it because I love educating. But I realize, I'm getting the same questions over and over, the same type of mental blocks. And so I put everything I've learned in hundreds of conversations with healthcare professionals into this book. And it really explains, kind of from a high level overview, why syndications are so powerful, like what it can really do for your financial future, and then any hesitations that you might have jumping into these investments.
So now you have your book out, right? Is there going to be a follow-on? Is there a group that, people who are in the medical field can join? How else, other than, after I read the book, what do I do next?
Yeah, I'm so options to get in touch with me. I love hopping on calls, so more than happy to get on a call and show kind of what our investments look like. I mean, on our website, you can go over there, willowinvestmentgroup.com, and see a lot of our specific real estate deals. And then I have my website, networthnurse.co, and that has all my education. So I got downloads, blogs, different courses and forums. I have a Facebook group that's healthcare professionals investing in real estate. There's 4 or 5,000 people in there, and it's a very active group. A lot of healthcare professionals out there buying real estate. It's so awesome to see, just sharing different resources and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of different opportunities to get plugged in.
Wow, that is amazing. You built this platform in a couple of years and you retired, if you will, your husband and part-time for yourself. But I'm pretty sure because of your love of the nursing field is the reason why you're still connected over there and doing those things. Do you see yourself ever retiring full-time from nursing, or you still want to, keep a portion of your interest there?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, all of the success with the real estate investments have allowed our family so much more freedom to really just dive into things we love. And so, with that, I've built a startup. So, I'm building a startup. It's called Invest Health. It's a financial wellness benefit for healthcare professionals. So, we're going direct to employers, to healthcare's organizations, staffing companies, and plugging in as a financial health benefit. So, I mean, over 73% of the American stress stems from financial reasons, and we're really addressing that with our product. And really, just my passion for sharing these resources with healthcare professionals really like created the idea for Invest Health. So I spend a lot of time and energy on that, and I like staying plugged into the hospital enough that I can still see what's going on there. Every night I go into work, when I do go in, I hear nurses complain about money, finances, saving, investing. And for me, it's so close to home. Like I really just want to provide these resources. I mean, working as a nurse manager throughout COVID, I was put in a position where I had to lay off staff when we were shutting down elective surgery centers and that type of thing. And it really opened my office door literally to hundreds of conversations with healthcare professionals who were struggling with their money, who were out literally saving lives, but had no insight into how to set up a budget and how to start investing. And yeah, it was really disheartening to see. So created a solution for that problem.
So then you are a benefit. So say, for instance, there is um, a consortium that's out there, of hospitals or of healthcare providers, and they're saying, "Hey, we're recognizing the same thing. Our people really need some help, with the financial education." How do they reach out to you, and how do they engage you potentially in creating that as a benefit? How does that work with them?
Yeah, so investhealth.com is our website. We have information on there to book a demo so we can show and demonstrate our product. Really cool opportunities to co-brand. It's a really extensive digital platform where it spits out a report card. Over 70% of Americans don't even have a financial plan. And a financial plan is really the first step. I mean, to me, I can't even think about how you're going to have more ownership and control over your financial future if you don't have a plan in place. And the majority of Americans don't have that. So that's our first goal with the platform. So it spits out like a 50-page financial plan. It's really personalized based on a 10-15 minute assessment. It's really great. And then it goes a step further and provides interventions and action items so people can actually take more ownership and control.
So then is this something that any, healthcare professional can do, or is it, specifically a benefit to, say, the hospitals or consortium or organizations that are out there?
So right now it is only a benefit. So your healthcare organization or your employer has to have this. Although in our line of sight down the road, our goal is to create a B2C product, business to consumer, so that we can have individuals who could go out and download our product. Yeah.
You are doing everything right. And
So fun.
oh my God. It's just like, wow, just to see the transformation in the couple years that we've known each other. And we're so proud of your success, and can't wait to see what's next. When I saw
Thank
the book
you.
coming out, I screamed out, and I hit back in
Yeah.
the email, "Look, we need to do it again. We need to have another conversation." So really excited for this. And please make sure that you go out and get the book. Show the book one more time.
Yes,
Everybody,
right
make sure
here.
you go out.
Passive profits.
Exactly. You want to go out and make sure that you get the book to begin your education journey. And then, of course, make sure that you're reaching out to Savannah. She's on Facebook. She has a group. She said 5,000 people that are already out
Yeah.
there. There are lots of ways as a medical professional to be able to learn from a medical professional who understands exactly what you're going through and can help you potentially put together some things for you and your future and your family, and hopefully get out the rat race earlier if necessary. Or even to shore up your financial future with Invest Health if your organization needs to. And if your organization or your consortium doesn't have this thing, you need to reach out to them. Make sure
Yes.
they get in contact with Savannah and the startup Invest Health. So one of the things that we do here, Savannah, at the end of the conversation is we ask everybody, we want to give people the boot, right? We want to give them the thing, the information, that piece of wisdom, if you will, that, in your darkest hour, in their darkest hour, that will get them on to the next piece or the next action. What is that piece of advice for us?
Yeah, set goals. Definitely that has been the foundation of everything. The more clear you can get on your vision and where you want to go and what you want to achieve, then you can create better actionable steps to get there.
Wow. Listen, thank you again, Savannah. Congratulations for all your success. And if there's ever anything that we can do to assist you in the future, please feel free to let us know. Okay?
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jonathan.
Absolutely.